Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Crowley House Flower Farm. This week on the farm, it's a little chaotic. We had a surprise find on the farm with 4 little kittens that were found by Shy just alongside the little studio. They had made their way up, or somebody just randomly dropped them off. Now out in the country, this is something normal that happens to us, and we just kind of have to make accommodations and then figure out how to get these good kitties a little home. And we also have a lot going on as far as getting our wholesale out the door and some events going on. Jason, Riley, and Braden are gonna head off to the woods to just take a little vacation, and so we're just trying to get the farm ready. I've got garlic to put in, I've got some just vegetable beds to turn over and get ready before we leave, plus get all the wholesales out the door. And then the folks, Emma's gonna hold down the fort here on the farm while we're gone. So she's got an event with 36 tables, 2 big arrangements, we've got a styled shoot to do, and I don't know what else. But I'm determined to take a family vacation this year. So it's worth all this work and long nights and days to get it done so that we can just enjoy family time. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, glad to have you along. So this beautiful dahlia is called Cut Noir. I believe that's right. It's Riley's handwriting, so it's really hard to read. But I just wanted to show you kind of how I cut these for wholesale. So a lot of times when we're doing bunches, we'll do a 8-stem bunch on this type of dahlia. So there's a dinner plate, and then this is like the medium head, and then we have the ball dahlia, which ball dahlias we use a lot for our mixed bouquets because they hold a lot longer, they last a lot longer. These we use mainly for event work and design work. So we do 7 to 8 stems in there. So I'm just finishing up this little bunch, and I'm going to show you kind of what I'm looking for and how I like to cut. So what I'm looking for is a bloom that is really, really perfect. That one has a little bit of blemish on it, so I probably won't choose that. But this one over here is absolutely stunning. It's at the right stage. It's not too far open. Whereas like if you were to cut that one, it's very nice for event and design work, but it's a little bit small and closed. So this is my choice. I'm gonna cut this one for my last one. And then I'm gonna show you one that's too far open. Hang on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this pretty long, but you see how sturdy these dahlias are. I'm gonna cut here where there's 2 little leaf nodes coming out, and then you're gonna get another shoot of dahlia coming up off that later, which is cool. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one that's just too far gone. So this one here, even though it's gorgeous, it's got some blemish from, I think, leaf hopper on these ones. We've been battling that this year a little bit. You can see one here. They're like a little grasshopper. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're on here, and they create this like speckly look. This, usually it's on the leaf and then a little bit on the foliage, but anyways, that's beside the point. This one is too far gone. Show you. The petals are kind of pulled way too far back. It's just too far open. It's just not a good one. Compared to, see how flat this is? This is nice and flat. I like that. Even though we have a little bit of leaf hopper damage on it, Those are easily pulled out. You can just, that's one nice thing about dahlias is you can just pull out any of the little petals on the side if you have one eaten by a bug. We try and stay as organic as possible with our flowers here on the farm, so you're going to have a little bit of damage. So having a little bit of damage is not a big deal, but that's why you have to grow so many dahlias or so many flowers if you're going to grow organically or grow as organically as you possibly can, is our situation. So that way you have plenty of blooms that are good and some that aren't, and that's okay with me because we're not using all those harsh chemicals to spray, and that's our goal on our farm. Anyways, I'm gonna get this one wound up and get them in some water right away. Okay, so on our ball dahlias, we tend to cut 10 stem bunches for these little small balls, and I wanted to show you the good and the bad. So this one here is perfect, and look, it's got a flat bottom to it. That's what I'm looking for. Nice long stem length. This one is too far gone. It's beautiful, like if you were using it for your own wedding in just a day or two, but not for wholesale. So you can see how all of the dahlia foliage, or not foliage, flower, the flower little heads are coming all the way down and touching the stem there. I don't know if you can see that, but anyways, that would be okay if I was using it for a wedding because it still looks great, or one day event, but not if I'm gonna sell it to a florist. So, or put it into a mixed bouquet. Definitely not that, because you want them to last, that's the deal. A lot of people do take their dahlias and put them into water, boiling water, and burn, not burn, but boil the last couple inches. We don't do that. We don't tend to have a problem, so we just don't do it. A lot of farmers don't, but if you're a home gardener, I would definitely do that, or if you're looking to have something last a really long time, then you can do that as well, but it just doesn't make sense for us. Okay, so I just finished up cutting some of these beautiful small ball dahlias. I love using this size for just boutonnieres or small, petite, you know, pops of orange here and there. It just adds just another layer and texture into the bouquet that you're making. But not sure the name of these. I think Riley has them all labeled, but I'm not sure exactly how she labeled them, which direction it goes. It is either, so it's either buntling dahlia. I looked it up online. I don't know, what do you guys think? Buntling dahlia? That's what she has written. Her handwriting is super hard to read. Or it's the Joey Chantel, which I don't think it is because I looked at the photo of that and it doesn't look like it. It looks more like the buntling Chantrell. No, buntling dahlia. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe if you know, leave us a comment below what you think. But aren't these just the sweetest? They're little tiny guys. Look at that compared to my hand. Like it's just really, really small. So love that one. Okay, so I'm gonna go finish up cutting one other dahlia and then I gotta head back because I've run out of time. There's never enough time to cut dahlias, and it's just beautiful out and I'm enjoying myself. It's just quiet and you can just hear the birds, and there's horses here, so they occasionally say hello, which is kind of fun. But yeah, I'm just gonna go get these back into water, and I think I'm just gonna cut these pink ones here. So the biggest pest on our farm is this little cucumber beetle, and you can see they'll just kind of eat a little bit out of the petal. So those, we do get those, and we also get the little leaf hoppers, which I showed you earlier on a dahlia. But those are the two bugs that we get. The leaf hopper isn't as bad right now. Usually it's at the beginning of summer when they start to harvest all of the grass seed fields around us. And so those are the two things that we struggle with here in the Pacific Northwest. I think everybody does. So we just make sure to grow a ton of dahlias, more than we actually need, and so that we always have something that looks good to cut. Dahlias are heavy feeders, so we feed them quite often. And this year we had a late start just due to the weather was really cold and wet, so we got our dahlias in late. So now it's, I mean, beginning of October, and we're harvesting finally. I mean, we've been harvesting for a while, but we just, dahlias are not like our big grower. I don't like to grow dahlias actually, but we do for our mixed bouquets this time of year before the mums come on. That's our next big one. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. This was kind of fun. It was just nice. I gotta head back now. It's almost 12 o'clock. I gotta get these processed, and yeah, it's another full day. So one thing I'm going to do differently next year is hopefully put these rows closer together. So the reason they're so far apart is because of the tractor that comes through here and keeps the weeds down. But I'm wondering, the first year I grew out here, so this is not at actual Crowley house. This is a field that we lease, and we ended up doing like grass paths and then mowing through, which is way easier to walk on. I tell you, it is such a workout to walk on this tilled ground. And as you can tell, these are really long rows, so it keeps you in shape. That's what it does. But so next year I'm hoping to tighten it up a little bit, put in smaller rows that we can just take a little riding lawnmower down maybe. I don't know how people do it, but this was the width of the tractor that comes through here to maintain the weed pressure that we have here on the farm. But yeah, it's a challenge. Always something here on the farm. You're always trying to improve, you know, and learning, and you learn from other people, and that's why we show you everything that we do. And it's, you know, I learned from you too, so it goes both ways. I grow out here a little bit of cherry tomatoes, or little tiny tomatoes, for cut, and this time of year it makes it for just an interesting little pop of interest into a lot of fall arrangements, especially if you're doing a wedding or just a corporate event or any type of floral design. People really like it, so I cut it when it's green. Anyways, I'm heading over to the other side, and because I don't want to walk through all of the tilled earth because my feet are killing me, I am just gonna drive around, and I'm going to go grab those. And also I misplaced a couple bunches of dahlias. That's one of the problems. You set a bunch of dahlia down and then you can't find it because it just blends in. So because I have to walk all the way back and put it in, if it gets too heavy, I think, oh, I'm just gonna cut one more little bunch and then I'm gonna take them back, and then I get sidetracked because of all the beauty. So I'm gonna go try and find the bunch of dahlias and also cut some of this beautiful tomato. Okay, so I think I'm over here with this pink one. I'm gonna go take a look, see if I can find it. I found it. This was my last little bunch that I just kind of set down a little smattering of things that looked really pretty. Some of it I think I'm just going to tuck into the house, or oh, here's a leaf hopper. Whew. It's gonna take him home with me. I don't know if I can get it to behave and show you. Oh, we're okay. He's gonna tuck himself back in. They look like a little tiny grasshopper kind of thing. I don't know if you can see that, but that little guy is leafhopper. We don't want to take him home, so I'm gonna dust him off. And I'm gonna cut some of this beautiful tomato. Some of them are blushing, which I love that. I also found another set of clippers out there. So I love this variety because it just gets that little bit of blushiness to it. Isn't that pretty? I think that would make an excellent just interest in anything that I'm designing. So I just do 5 stems in a bunch, and we sold a couple of them last week. This week I will just put a couple more in the markets. But yeah, they're super pretty. The really cool thing about this is if I have one that's gone too far, I just clip that off and take it home and let it ripen in the kitchen, and it's just super cute. Oh my God, that one's good. So every tomato has a different flavor. I'm gonna have to figure out which one this one is. This is delicious. I made tomato jam the other day. This one would be excellent for that. It's nice and sweet. And it's not too seedy. It's really meaty inside, really yummy. So under cover we grow some of our dahlias, which are mainly the show flowers. Like this is the cafe au lait. We've cut really heavy in here. This one's a little lopsided, but look at those colors. Aren't they beautiful? We use these a lot in weddings and events. We've cut through twice on this one this week, and we'll cut through one more time for a styled shoot that the girls have later this week. Cafe au laits can take on from the creamy look onto the blushy pink. Look at this one here, you guys. Isn't this gorgeous? I mean, it's just stunning. But you get that color versus this one over here, which is more of the deep pink and peach. This time of year, though, it has to do with lighting and a few other things, but isn't that cool? Here's another really popular one, which is a small ball dahlia. So this time of year, they get doing this kind of thing, which we don't use that at all, but we look through and try and grab some that look like this. Perfect for wedding work. So we grow a lot and cut a lot. You can't even tell. This is so plurific. Look at the tags down here. We'll see if we can get it. Apparently it's white aster, but I don't think that's what it is. I'll look. So I just have a little bit of Gonfrina through here, and then our other tunnels have more of the tomatoes. But yeah, we do some of the the ones that we sell a lot of under tunnel, just to kind of keep the rain off of them if we have any, and this year we didn't. Okay, so I'm going to head home, and that's my end of my dahlia. I guess it's kind of like a dahlia tour, I guess, a little bit. Kind of what we do here on the farm. You know, there's always room for improvement, and I'm looking forward to next year of trying to resolve some of the issues we ran into this year that just didn't work out so well for us, but so far it's been a pretty good year. Portraits.
So I'm trying to get the truck all loaded up. This is my second load of the day. That way Beth and I can take off tomorrow. And got a little cabin in the woods for us to go hang out at for 3 or 4 days and go do some fishing. So looking forward to it. So we just gotta get these to the market and get back.
Well, that's it for this video this week. I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for tagging along. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up and leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. But until then, thanks so much for watching, and much success in all you do and grow. We'll be seeing you shortly here in the garden very soon. Bye-bye.